Hello, Lindsay. How are you?
Doing great today, Michelle. Excited to be recording. How's everything going on your end?
Everything is going well. Lindsay, when was the last time you went to a buffet?
Oh, I have not been to a buffet in quite a while, but when I go to a buffet, it is tempting to go back for seconds, right? I have to admit, even I don't eat that much, like my stomach's small, I guess, I don't know, but it's tempting to go back and you think, oh, that was so good, or there's so many great options up there. Let me just go see what else is there. Right?
Yes, exactly.
What about you? Do you do that?
Well, I recently was at a wedding where there were a lot of buffet options.
Okay.
And then so I'll go check it out and see what I want, and then if there's something I want, I'll go back for seconds for sure. Today we're going to talk about vocabulary dealing with eating. So how much people eat. This is also very cultural. Speaking of culture, we recently did an episode about leftovers. That one was a really good one. We talked about an article. We went through a lot of things dealing with culture. So this is a really good one to check out. I'll give you that information towards the end of the episode so that you can listen to it.
So hang on to the end, guys, and hit follow while you're here. If you're listening in Apple or Spotify, you should be able to find the follow button. Hit that follow button. Or, of course, if you're in YouTube, this will be on YouTube. Hit subscribe. Good.
All right. So let's talk about some of these key words. So the first one is portion. So Lindsay, what is a portion?
Yeah, a portion is how much food a person gets, like on their plate, right? So the amount of food. So for example, I asked for a small portion of the pasta. Too much hurts my stomach. Okay. Yes.
And this goes along with, there's that buzzword, portion control.
Yes.
What is portion control?
So it's the idea of people are maybe they're trying to reduce calories or something. They might reduce the size of their portions, so shrink their portions. So for me, the best way to do this was to live in Japan. Because I mean, maybe you noticed this when you traveled there, Michelle. I don't know if you did, but the portion sizes are much smaller, but the food is amazing and it's almost more satisfying. So you eat a lot less. You go out with a bunch of coworkers or friends, you might share 4 or 5 dishes among 10 people, small dishes, and that might be it. That's at least in my experience. But the food's satisfying. It's good, and it's okay. It's enough, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get to the next word. The next one is helping. And this one makes me think of my grandma for some reason, because I think that she always used to say, oh, another helping. But my friend said it recently, and that kind of inspired this episode because I hadn't heard that word in a while.
It's kind of like a nostalgic word or something. Yeah, I totally know what you're saying.
Yeah. And this is similar to portion, right? It's almost the same, but it's specifically about what is being served to one person. It was so good, I got 2 helpings.
Yes, exactly. So that's just a personal choice if you decide that you want to use that word. It's not like it's out of style. It's just for some reason it just feels nostalgic. I don't know how to explain that. But so then seconds, going back for seconds. Also another way to say you're going to get 2 portions or 2 helpings. Yes. Right?
Yeah, this is often at a buffet, right? Someone might get 1 plate and then go back for seconds, or you could just ask, like for a kid might ask, oh, can I go back for seconds? Can I have seconds, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely right. I want seconds. That's how it's said, right? Seconds. This buffet is amazing. Did you try the dessert? I'm going back for seconds. That's true. And that also happens in college dining halls. But usually, at least in my experience, like the food was not that great, but it was just one big 4-year buffet, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
And so that's why they talk about the freshman 15.
The freshman 15. Yes. And freshman year of college, you tend to put on some weight because you're not thinking about what you're eating.
Oh man, that's so funny. Great. So we'll take a quick break, Michelle, and then we'll be right back. Okay. So other ways to say this in American culture. We are a culture of large portions. I'm going to say in the US, it's really the largest portions that I've seen. Maybe that's starting to change as prices are going up in restaurants and things. But I do. What do you think? What are your thoughts on portion
I think
sizes
I think that the fancier the restaurant, they're sometimes known for the smaller portions.
True.
So it's kind of interesting if you go out and it's a place that maybe like a sports bar, you might get a burger and just a ton of fries, and it's just this huge portion. If you go to a fancy restaurant, they might be a little bit smaller, and some people don't like that. They feel, they want to have, they want to pay for the most food, but it's kind of a quantity thing, I think.
Yeah, it really is. That's been my experience too. But in general, if you go to like your average neighborhood bar and grill, right? The equivalent of that would be maybe like a brasserie in Paris or something. I think the plate you're going to get is definitely going to be bigger and like, I don't know, I think unnecessarily large, but in the US compared to globally.
Right.
It's just crazy.
Yes.
We don't need such a big helping, right?
Right. Helping. When I think of helping, I think of when my grandma used to make macaroni and cheese. She made it with the little elbow macaroni. And she put the slices of cheese in there. And I remember I have the nostalgia of her adding the milk and mixing it up. Oh my gosh.
Wow, she actually put slices of cheese. I feel like most people grew up on Kraft mac and cheese, the box, the powdery stuff, which is probably not food at all. I don't know what it is, but
no. Oh my! It's funny the things that I ate as a child that now I'm thinking I do not want to give that to my kids. But we didn't know as much back then.
We didn't know.
And now so no, I did also have the boxed macaroni. It's not that I didn't have that, but my grandma specifically would always make it, and I remember like ripping the cheese with her and throwing it in. It's kind of a nice warm memory.
Cool memory. Yeah, I love that. Our listeners are going to relate to this. There are so many memories that happen around food. And oh my gosh. Just on a different note, what you said we didn't know. I have a theory that for our generation, ultra processed foods, UPFs, are the I didn't know in our generation. And for my mom's generation, baby boomers, the smoking was I didn't know, because my mom used to smoke in the 70s. They really didn't have the research out yet, or at least it wasn't available, and she quit when she found out that it was so dangerous. And I think UPFs are that for our generation, like the amount of UPFs that I consumed as a child, because we didn't know. We had the little cheese things with those red sticks that you would put on the crackers. Do you remember those?
Oh, cheese and crackers. Amazing. I know. What is that? Was that even real cheese?
It's all delicious, but I don't think it's any of it's real food,
No. Right. That's all. This is a whole other topic we could talk about for a really long time, for sure.
But anyways, we'll go into it another day. It's just interesting to think about, like, research comes out and generational change happens, and some things we just don't know until the research comes out. It's really interesting.
Well, I'm afraid of what they'll find out about cell phones, of course.
Cell phones, microwaves.
Oh God. So many things, and the plastics and the everything. It feels like you can't do anything right.
I know. We should just do a role play and not think about it, Michelle.
All right, but I do have one that I want to add, which is to get a refill. Because this is specifically for liquids, or something in a portion box. So like coffee, but also it could be a frozen yogurt in a cup, popcorn at the movies. And it could also be used as a verb to refill something. So like I asked the waitress to refill my coffee cup.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Or are there free refills of the popcorn? So you want to ask that. Some places will just have a popcorn popper there. There's a mixed drinks bar that I like to go to in Salida, and they have this nice big popcorn thing. So you can have unlimited popcorn. It's just like while you drink your cocktails. It's the best.
I love popcorn. All right, now let's do a role play.
All right, so here we're at a buffet. All right.
Yes. All right. Okay, here we go. Do you think they give free refills of coffee?
I would think so. Okay, I will definitely be getting another helping of the pancakes. Yum.
So good. I'm not great at portion control, so I will be going back for seconds too.
Sounds good to me. Oh man, I love pancakes. Oh, so good. This episode's making me hungry.
Yes, me too.
All right, Michelle. So first you said, do you think they give free refills of coffee? And by the way, many places, well, you do have to ask nowadays. If you go to a diner in the US, it's usually, that diner cup, that, the unlimited coffee. They'll just come around and do you want a refill? You want a refill, honey? Right? With the
Yep.
typical accent, diner
Yes.
accent. But not everywhere, right? You get a coffee at a fancier coffee bar. It's definitely not refills.
Right. Or sometimes you just don't know. So you want to ask. The other day I was at a restaurant and they had iced coffee and they just were pouring it, like regular coffee, just coming around like that. And so we did ask, and then their answer was, we can do that for you. And so, we said, is there free refills? And we're like, we can do that for you. And then you're like, wait, what?
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So
because I never think of
always
free
ask
refills
if you're not sure.
Yeah. I only think of free refills with coffee as hot coffee. I never think about it with iced coffee. But that's
why we asked, but they did it. So that was
cool.
Nice.
All right. Then what did you say, Michelle?
So I said, do you think they give free refills of coffee?
Nice. And then I said, I will definitely be getting another helping. And that's that one that reminds you of your grandmother, right?
Yeah.
Helping of the pancakes.
Yes. And then I said, I'm not great at portion control, so I will be going back for seconds too.
Nice. Very typical conversation, right? Because we're always kind of at different kinds of restaurants, the amount of food we want. I love this conversation. And there's another episode related to it, Michelle. What is it?
Yeah, this is the one I was mentioning, guys, earlier in the episode. This was episode 2461. That was leftovers, culture, and class.
All right. Where should we leave our listeners today?
All right, guys. Well, these are really useful words if you're out at a restaurant, at a buffet, just talking to somebody, connecting over food. So give these a try, and always interesting to observe culturally as well.
All right. Great stuff today, Michelle. Guys, don't forget to hit the follow button or, of course, subscribe if you're on YouTube. We are getting close to 300,000 subscribers. So help us get there. Let's celebrate together. Let's get there. Hit subscribe. All right. Great. All right, Michelle. We'll talk to you very soon. Have a good day.
All right. Bye. You too.
Bye.